Micharl Richard signing on about all of the problems on the planet, what's happening with the controlling of our minds. And basically, I mean, we can start off with those, the five-finger fist of governance that is continually going over our intellect, which, we can start on, agriculture, our food, which is being poisoned and fluoridated with chemicals mined from phosphorus and uranium in the guise of pesticides, but really kind of just adding to our fluorosis, which is sickening our ability to think for ourselves. I mean, sodium fluoride, which is also put in our water, which is a second finger on the hand. The fluoride in our water, made from caustic chemicals that they can't even get rid of, but they can somehow sell as food additives and fertilizers. So we're able to, utilize, aluminum in our water, which of course aluminum's always been, knowledgeably linked to Alzheimer's and degenerative mind disorders. So we should just continue to keep cooking on aluminum and aluminum foil and all of the byproducts therein. So you got water, you've got agriculture, and we've got our governance by the very same people who we're supposed to be protecting us, but keep instituting regulations, laws, and policy to continually dumb us down. Education is another wonderful finger on the hand of dominance, which is just dumbing us down even worse than we used to be. Our IQs in American and humans in general has plummeted to what it used to be. We're not talking about learned education. We're talking about an education that's innate, that comes with us, an education that your parents knew from their parents. So in 3 to 4 generations after your grandparents lived off the land, we don't even know how to fucking till a garden or plant any food and take care of ourselves. We go to the grocery store, we buy our food, we come home, we eat it, we get fat, we turn on the TV, and we just let them tell us what we're supposed to do, think, say, wear, eat, and believe. So if you want to believe that the world is going to end, then the world's going to end. If you want to believe that diet soda is helping you lose weight, then ingest as much aspartame as you can. Aspartame, again, is our one of our horrible things that is part of the Codex Alimentary program, which has been allowed to be put back into our food, which several years ago was actually a toxic element which we were never ever supposed to have introduced into our food system. Proven so bad that it was part of one of 12 chemicals that was agreed by all nations on the planet that this should not be entered into the food system. And one of our fabulous officials, Donald Rumsfeld, has actually been a part of this reintroduction, part of the Codex Alimentarius program. Which all these things, I hate to be right about, and hate sincerely to have to even think about talking about these to people who don't want to hear about it. I know a lot of people who continue to dismay the possibility that any of this is happening, that our government would actually, that black ops organizations, that corporate organizations, that banking cartels involved with owning and operating and instituting policy for us are involved in, chemtrails, which again, they're been happening since the mid-90s. They have not always happened. The airplanes use the same kind of fuel they always did, but now they're leaving vaporous trails behind them that people call contrails. Contrail would be a condensation trail that would dissipate in about 20 seconds after the plane's gone by due to the altitude and the temperature of the air and the excited water molecules turning into vapor coming out of the jet engines. But jet engines don't leave clouds behind them that turn into gray skies. And they don't, spray out aluminum, arsenic, barium, cadmium, lead, selenium, silver, and sulfur dioxide. A caustic mix of chemicals that we ingest and inhale into our bodies. And that is actually more detrimental to our effective life and our degenerative mind because of the aluminum and the aluminum particulate. Our aluminum particulate is particularly worse for us because of the inability for our body to get rid of a particulate that gets stuck into the lungs, thus transferring all of its contaminants through the blood and attacking the brain as well as other components of our body. All of the other chemicals work together in that synthesis, to me, just a complete synergistic awful concoction of fluoride and all of its bad components. Has got barium in it, barium salts, same as in the air. So with the continued beatdown of the human body, we continue to just absorb all of these chemicals and dumbing us, slowing us, fattening us. The first times that sodium fluorides were implemented into the usage for a human race was in Nazi Germany and in Russia, in Stalin Russia, and the need for subservient humans in the slaves-esque society, they started putting sodium fluoride in the water to docile and to slow down humanity, so that basically they can just take anything that's given to them, which means that if you are being put through the ringer and told that you're not worth anything, fighting against that is very hard if you've been completely poisoned and brought under submission through chemicals, which therefore leads us to another finger on the hand of dominance, which is now psychological programming, which is happening through every medium that your eyes and ears will allow you to see and hear, and those that you don't even see and hear. The subliminal context involved in the television, the amounts of wave pattern repetition that is programmed into the TV. I mean, need we say any more? Primetime programming. Turn on the TV, accept the program, move about what is happening in your life with complete docilization and able to consume what you're told, even though it's not good for you. Act the way you're told to act, and that will promote your need to become one of the Abercrombie zombies who want to be liked, needed, and cared for like their friends are. And you can be wonderfully individual in your effort to be a part of a group who's as individual as any of you are, with your Abercrombie shirts or your Harley Davidson shirts or your Justin Bieber shirts or whoever the flavor of the fucking month is. It's all the same. Turn on the TV and enjoy it.